Hello everyone. In the previous video, we just learned about activity lifecycle, and the difference between app compact activity and activity classes. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate the activity lifecycle by creating an Android app in Android Studio. So let's get started. Open your Android Studios and create a new project. Create a new project. Yeah, select empty activity and click on next. I already demonstrated the difference between the app compact activity and activity classes in the previous video. If you are new to app compact activity and app compact activity and activity, you just saw the previous videos that are posted in our Umang Solutions YouTube channel. Don't forget that after learning about app compact activity and activity classes, you have to learn this video. You have to learn the content in this video. Okay, my project is building. Yeah, it is in building. If you are new to Android Studio and creating a new project, okay, you can watch our video called Android Studio Tour and Hello World app in our YouTube channel also. That was also we discussed it in the previous videos. So you can just watch them and you can come here and you can play with this life cycle, activity life cycle. Yeah, build is finished. Yeah, see, whenever I creating an app, I will just get one Java file and one activity file, one XML file. See, so by default, go to main activity. This is the main activity. See, the onCreate method is the default method. Using this onCreate method only, the activity will create. Okay, so these are the 7 methods we discussed in the previous video. These are the 7 methods: on create, on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on restart, and on destroy methods. We are going to implement these methods in our application. Well, let's move. First, create on create method. On create method is already given by the Android Studio. Just give a toast message. So if you want to know about this toast message, this is also done by us in previous videos. You can see those basic things, and you can come here. So I'm not going to explain about you what is the toast, everything. So you can just watch the previous videos and come here. So give a message. This is on create method, and now create on start method. On start, yeah, it is suggesting me there is an on start method you can use. Yeah, this is the on start method, and give the toast message on start. And when coming to okay, this is on resume. Okay, now implement on resume. I will explain you at the time of on restart method what is the importance of on restart method and why we have to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's do some order. Let's give some order. This order. Let's implement in this order. Okay, now what is the method? On resume method. Click on resume. The method, see here, it is suggesting me there is a on resume method. You can use that template. On toast, next method, on pause method. Yeah, what is the next method? On pause method. on pause method, click on enter and give a toast message. Next on stop method, give a toast. On stop method, and now on create on restart method. So this is the important, everyone will get confused here. On restart method. So why we are using on restart method? Why we are using on restart method? These are the common things: stop, pause, resume, start, create, destroy. And what is the purpose of restart method when there is a start method? Why we have to use this restart method when there is a start method? So the reason is, whenever an activity coming from background state to foreground state, it must be override the start method before starting the before starting the activity. We must restart the activity, because this activity is coming from background stage to foreground phase, background phase to foreground phase. So we must restart the activity, before starting the activity. So we have to override the on start method to do this. Okay, we have to override the on start method with restart method. So how can we do the how can we override the on start method with restart method? So we have to use override classes. So to if you want to implement override classes, just click on control O on and type on restart. I got this method. These are the override methods. So click on enter. So these are also an override methods. So everything will override with any other methods. Okay, but everyone will get confused when coming to the restart methods, because why we are using restart method when we have the start method? What is the purpose? So this is the purpose. The activity if the activity coming from background phase to foreground phase, that activity should restart first. Before starting that activity, we must restart the activity. So that's the reason we have to override the on start method. So toast and the last method is on destroyed method. Create, on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, on restart, and on destroy. So let's run this app. This is the main activity. Just yeah, hello world. We have hello world text. Okay, now run this app. Yeah, it is building now. So these are the 7 methods we just created and we are going to implement. So these are the 4 methods. These are the 4 phases, and these are the 4 phases, and this is the flow diagram. This is how the activity will move from one phase to another phase, and these are the methods it will use. Okay, now Gradle, I think build process is completed. App is on my phone. Okay, now I will share my screen. Yeah, see, this is my mobile phone. Okay, see carefully. This is the app. This is the lifecycle app I just created here. See, this is the app. So let's see what happens. I just open the app again. I will explain you. See, when I'm creating, it is giving on create method, on start method, on resume method. So app is now moving from doesn't exist phase to foreground phase. So while moving, it uses these three methods. See, when I just pause the app, I will just pause the app. I will just put this hello world page to background and see which methods it will use to go from foreground phase to background phase. I will just pausing the app. See, I will just moving this app to background. See, on pause, on stop. See, it is using on pause and on stop methods to move from foreground phase to background phase. See, when I am coming from background phase to foreground phase. See, when I am coming from which methods it will use if it is moving from background phase to foreground phase. See, I am moving this app from background phase to foreground phase. See, I'm just clicking on the app. It will use, see, on restart. It is using on restart and then on start and then on resume methods. Okay, these are the things these are the things you will see in the life cycle. This is the life cycle. Okay, if I pause the app, how can I pause the app? Okay, if I click on the button, okay, I think you can't see this one, on pause. So again it is restarting from background phase. If anybody call you, if anybody you are in this activity, hello world activity, if someone calls you, if you lift that phone, on that time it will be in pause state. This activity will be in the pause state. Okay, this is the activity life cycle. So watch these two videos if you want to know activity life cycle, previous video and this video. So if you want an in-depth knowledge, you can Google search, you can Google it about activity life cycle. Okay, in the next video we are going to discuss about table layout and some other layouts. Okay, until then, goodbye.